Sorry about that, guys. We had to catch the algorithm again because I don't know what was going on. We weren't getting any new viewers. Maybe it's because the stream was going on for a really long time. So we just had to start it over. So I appreciate everybody coming back. If you guys are coming back into the stream, please make sure you smash that like button so we can get caught in the algorithm again. And let's fucking go. I'm going to go ahead and start the first video and we're going to keep it rolling, chat. This is actually not it. Sorry about that. First video.
What's poppin', y'all? It's almost as if, like, if you're winning too much, they just start to get to hunting like archaeologists on some bones, some skeletons to figure out how they can turn.
Title of the video is Duke Dennis is public enemy #1 now.
Turn that W to an L. And that's what's been happening with the individual streamer by the name of Duke Dennis. He's AMP, you know, with Kai Cenat, all of them. And he's been blowing up like crazy in the past year. He's been in the game for quite a while, especially as a YouTuber initially. But in the past year, he's got...
Yo, Marcus Demon, thank you for joining the stream over there on Twitch.
Partially because of like females giving him attention and also his athletic ability. But recently, people didn't like that too much. And now they've been trying to expose that.
Thank you for joining, Marquez.
So I'm going to play you guys the first clip of someone that they're saying is one of his baby mamas.
Duke Dennis, okay, boom. I had a crush on him. Boom, boom, boom. Things led to boom, boom, boom. I got pregnant. He didn't want to be involved. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't care at all. Boom. Okay, like, so I had to make a decision as a grown-ass woman for my bigger. How many kids do I have? I have one son, and his name is Dallas, and he's 2. And he's just my perfect.
Are you guys buying it? Do you think this is really Duke Dennis's baby mama? One of Duke Dennis's baby mamas? Or you think this is cap, chat? I need you to spam caps in the chat if you guys think it's cap.
Angel. Somebody said, why are you still single and how is co-parenting going so far? A lot of y'all don't know my situation, but like my child's father is not involved at all. Certain things floating online with me, and it starts speaking on an NDA side or stuff like that, and it's like in no way, shape, or form is that the case.
Marquez says cap.
I spend my time like tracking no man down, trying to force them to be a father, trying to go to the internet to force them to step up, or like all of that, like literally.
Banner revealed his girlfriend. Was she bad?
That just is what it is. For it to be people out here that have kids and that's not their like top priority, or they don't morally like, I don't know. I just really just be like, my mom.
This chick that's on screen right now is dressed like a stereotypical stripper. Like, what does that fit?
I'd be fried about like people like that existed, you know. But ooh, you got me.
What is that top?
I love my baby, so.
This is his baby. What?
Doopy, 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 doopy.
And also, I don't believe this for a second. I do not believe for a second that that's Duke Dennis's child. Let's look at the child's complexion. I'm not buying it, chat. I'm not buying it. Are you buying it? Who's buying it in the chat? Because I'm not buying it.
Is you trying to be messy again?
Doopy.
Huh?
Also, Mark,
Just pretend like it never happened. But now it's caught a lot of fire. And I genuinely believe this is because like he's getting more popular. More chicks on social media are like, yo, Duke. And they're just like, yo, this is crazy levels of dirty macking. They're just like, yo, did you know that this guy's got 6 baby mamas? It changes. It's like 4 baby mamas, 6 kids, 6 baby mamas.
I heard 8
kids. I don't know what the actual number is, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had at least 1 kid. Duke Dennis is in his 30s. I don't know if he's 31 or 32 years old, but the guy had a past in terms.
Oh, Red Dragon. The guy you just posted in Discord, I literally have one of his videos in the queue. It's after the Senna video.
In terms of like the guy was in.
But we can probably watch them both back to back because he made a really good video a day ago about how much money they were making on Kick that I thought was interesting.
In the military, he lived a whole life, had regular jobs, is from South Carolina. He's from South Carolina. It's obviously been relationships in the past, and then he started doing the YouTube thing. YouTube thing picked up for him, and then now he's streaming, and he's 31. And that's also why he said, like, yo, I can't be living with these guys in the same house doing all these pranks and going back and forth. Like, I need my own space. I'm a little bit older. I don't have the patience for that like I did when I was in my early 20s, late teens, like the other AMP members are. Now, granted, Agent and Fan...
Wait, what's probably clickbait royalty?
They're like mid 20s or like later in their 20s right now. But when they were doing that AMP house, I think they're just like 5 years younger or so from Duke Dennis. But I guess they have more patience for it, because when you look at the type of stuff that they do, they streamed a lot more than Duke, and Duke is like more of a chill, low key guy. Duke Dennis is forced to respond to this, and he finally addresses this on stream, and he says the following:
the whole internet run with a narrative that's just 100% not true. All right, so I'm only gonna say a few things, and then I'm off this motherfucker until I start talking about the pool party and shit. But anyways, listen. So look, bro, I done told y'all over and over again, just like the 4th year in a row, I done told y'all that, like, it's certain parts of my life that I just don't want to share with y'all, all right? I'm never, ever going to post my family, all right? That includes everybody except for my brother, probably. My brother...
Yo, chat. I just dropped a poll. Please, guys, go ahead and vote on the poll. And if you didn't do what's in the poll, go ahead and do it for me, please, guys. Let's get this algorithm popping tonight. Okay, let's fucking go.
It's the only person in my family that I will post. Anybody else, I'm not posting them. So I'm sorry if you feel obligated or entitled to, like, be a part of, you know what I'm saying, my life in that way. But I've been decided a long time ago that I would never, like, post my family in that way, and everything that y'all doing right now is like proving me right for like 3-4.
Wait, royalty, you lost me though. Did he already do the reveal, or was he saying that he was going to do a reveal? I didn't read your first message properly.
4 days I've been watching y'all.
I can't scroll back up. So did you say he already did the reveal, or is he going to be doing the reveal?
You know what I'm saying? Post.
This is the greatest answer that I could have ever seen. The guy says, I don't post. He doesn't directly admit to having kids. He doesn't say that he doesn't have kids, but he says, this is a policy that I've held for everyone except my brother. And I believe his brother is it Davo Migo? He's like a guy with dreads, but his brother is also a content creator, which is different. He's got his own YouTube channel and stuff, so it makes sense. I think it's D-Block is his, there's like their crew, but I think it's D-Block Davo or something that's his brother. So he's keeping his family behind the scenes. And what's wrong with that? Now, off rip, let's just say that this guy's got 10 baby mamas. Or let's say he's got 8 baby mamas and 10 kids. Let's just say that off rip. What does that have to do with anything? Now, I will say that not having kids makes you closer to the audience that they're trying to target. So the audience that Duke Dennis has, in particular, or AMP associated. Now, I do think
it's
Duke
kids.
Dennis's older audience, from like his NBA 2K days, his YouTuber days, and his early streaming, they're probably in their mid-20s now, maybe even close to their 30s, like same age as him. However, they're not actively watching his streams. They're probably following him on social media, keeping up, maybe watching the YouTube videos here and there, but they're not going to sit there and watch the stream. They just don't have the time. But a lot of the streaming audience that's watching Duke is anywhere between, now, I would say between 10 and 22 years old.
10 is crazy. But he's probably fucking right. But it's crazy. 10 years old is crazy. I guess that's what's going on in the big 2025, man. And it makes sense, though. It does make sense. That's why when they go out in public, they got little tiny kids coming up to them being like, oh, Duke Dennis. That they really do be watching this shit. But damn, it's just crazy because that's a giant age gap. Fuck me.
The majority. Because you just...
If you're watching my stream right now on YouTube, guys, spam your ages in the chat, please. I need everybody spamming their age in the chat. Take the second to spam your age, guys. Come on, let's go.
Just look at the way that people talk about this guy on social media. Like, they're glazing the hell out of him. They're like, man, this guy can do no wrong. Like, yeah, you know, like every girl loves him. And it's just this weird, like, not fantasization of him, but they exalt him to this level where it's a level of admiration that a young boy has for a man or somebody more grown than him.
It's called idolization, dude. But yo, chat, I need you guys spamming your ages in the chat, please.
But if he has kids, you're really not as appealing to the young crowd because it's like, oh, this is a father. That's an old dude. That's an old head.
That's an unk.
And that's just one element of it, but I really don't think that contributes to Duke Dennis's reason to not put his kids on. But that would be one reason why.
Yo, Red Dragon, I thank you.
It would make sense maybe from a business perspective to not put his kids out there. But then there's also the aspect of celebrity anyway. Now, number one, if he's hiding his...
Yo, Marquez, thank you.
He's not going to lose viewers because he's a quote-unquote deadbeat, which is what people are trying to allege. Like, yo, he doesn't want people to know that he's a deadbeat. Do you think that the 13-year-old kid that's going to middle school that thinks Duke Dennis is entertaining, cool, athletic, dresses well, and is rich, and everything that the 13-year-old wants to be, he's going to be like, oh, that guy's a deadbeat? He doesn't hang around his kids and his baby mamas? I'm not watching him anymore. Time for me to watch somebody that's more responsible. No, that ain't happening. That's not happening in any
He sounded crazy when he said that shit.
No matter how many simulations they try to run. Every time he's like, okay, it is what it is, whatever. And maybe make some funny jokes or comments about it and keep it pushing. So that would have no effect on him there. And then what benefit is there? And he said that this doesn't just apply to kids. He said, my family. So this applies to his mother, his sister, his cousins, his aunts, his uncles, his wives, girlfriends that aren't content, because a lot of these chicks are just content. And it's like a mutually beneficial arrangement. So he applies this to everybody. And what does everyone on the internet do? They always criticize people for showing their kids. They're like, oh, why did they show their kids? They're going to get bullied on the internet. Do you see how ruthless these people are? Like, these people
Because they're in a no-win situation. Whether they show the kids or not, they're still going to get bullied.
are hunting for baby moms. People are like, yo, what do his kids look like? Yo, like, somebody send me a photo. They're going to get made fun of. And then people are not equipped to handle the criticism and the absolute hate that they would get online, like the way Duke Dennis is. And I think Duke Dennis realizes, he's like, yo, I'm able to handle this, but I'm not going to subject my family to that. And that's a level of maturity that more people need to have. The internet also is not what it was 10 years ago. 10, 12 years ago, people vlogging, like that wholesome, like showing their family stuff. That was cool. And conversations about content creators were really limited to within their niche and that platform. Like, for example, like Roman Atwood vlogs, right? Like, people weren't really talking about his family.
Well, yeah, because we've reached peak parasocial. We've literally reached peak parasocial, chat.
Outside of the YouTube videos. Nowadays, if he were doing those same exact, which he kind of is, but he's just not at the forefront and the mainstream.
He's not popping no more.
What's going on now? People would be making comments and having conversations, and those kids would be able to read that conversation when they grow up, especially if the kids are like 8, 9, 10 years old and they're the same demographic that you appeal to. Oh boy, they're just going to get fried. And they're going to find something to say about them. So there's only negatives and zero positives. And trying to compare showing your family on the internet.
It's also because vlogging and live streaming are not the same thing, man. They're just not the same thing. We want to pretend like they're the same thing, but they're really not. Like, when you're vlogging, it's super curated. You're behind a fucking walled garden. They see what you want them to see. It's very distant. You're not interacting with the chat or any of that stuff. But when you're live streaming, that's a different animal. Live streaming, the audience really does think that they know everything. Well, for the most part, sometimes they do know everything about you because you tend to overshare when you're streaming for 12 hours in a day. So it's a completely different dynamic. And that's what a lot of people don't get. Like, yes, there were always people that got parasocial relationships from watching vloggers or other YouTubers or comedians or actors. But now you're at this, you're at a place where the actual creator is also putting themselves out there pretty much 80%. So if somebody's watching you and they're seeing 80% of your life, then they're gonna think they know you much more, especially when they have an opportunity to chat with you and talk with you live. It's not like I'm making a video and I'm posting the video and leaving, and then some people leave comments and then I choose to answer one or two of the comments. Like, this shit is live. Like, you're talking to me right now and I'm looking at your messages and I'm responding live in real time. And that creates a different type of bond. It creates a different type of bond than the bond that you got from a vlogger. Yeah, streaming is real and spontaneous. Exactly. Even the React desktop streams are a complete different animal than a fucking React essay. Like what we're watching right now, a React essay. Because he posts the video, people leave comments. He might choose to respond to some of them or not, but the people don't have a real connection with the guy, you know? They're not seeing it live. Isabel says, fame isn't for me. I like my privacy. I mean, to a certain degree, I like privacy as well, but I do have the motivation to continue and grow my platform, you know? And if this is what is going on in Big 2025 and where we're going in the future, then I gotta adapt to that and move accordingly.
Versus how much you love your family, how much you spend time with your family or whatever else is ridiculous. And then you've got people weighing in and saying how, oh, well, if he's got 6 baby mamas, he can't spend time with all of that. You don't even know how much he's got. Why are you in his business? Like, they don't know if he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. And this...
The thing is, Isabel, as a female, it's easier to get the parasocial relationship going, but it's more risky too. Because, like, you have a daughter and people will become stalkers. They'll try and fucking find out where you live, where you work, follow you. It's like much more dangerous. It's easier though too as a female. It is easier, but it is fucking more dangerous.
Also should open people,
and also their motivations are slightly different. A super fan of a guy just wants to meet him and be like, oh, this guy's my friend, so he can tell his other buddies like, oh, I met Adin Ross and he shook my hand and we hung out. And that's it. But a super fan of a girl literally wants to fuck the girl most of the time. So it's like a different dynamic. It's like I guarantee there's no super fan of Scott Leonard who's thinking, oh man, I want to fucking rail Scott Leonard. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Because we're men. Like, the dynamic is different. Like, and I also pause. You guys know I'm just using this as an example. Fuck. Nobody clipped that. So it's a different dynamic because my fans, let's say if I blow up and I become a giant fucking famous streamer, people are just going to want to hang out with me and be like, yo, I met this guy. But if you're a female and you blow up as a giant streamer, then they want something different. Because to be honest, most of the time, the people that are watching those female streamers really don't care about the content that they're making or what they're talking about or any of that shit. They're just looking at them because they're fucking sexualizing them the entire time. Their goal isn't the content. They're not interested in the content. They're interested in their looks and what they can get out of them. Let's keep it real. Or am I capping, chat? If I'm capping and I'm talking out of my ass, I need you guys to let me know in the chat if I'm talking out of my ass.
People's eyes to, this is reality TV. The guy's showing up to a reality TV. That's what streaming is. He's acting. And it's not that the act is fake. He's just, it's better yet to say performing. So when he's showing up to work and performing, why would his kids be a part of that? Why would his parents be a part of that? Why would his baby mamas be a part of that? It's just him. I do think it's funny that he doesn't want to address it, but I respect it even more because he's standing on it. He's like, yo, there is this separation that you guys, and he's setting the expectation. There is this separation between me and you, the viewer, and my family. You get from me, don't try to ascribe these standards that other streamers that are willing to share their whole life with you and put that on me. I'm not like that. And when you set that...
The truth is that Duke Dennis really isn't like that, but he's surrounded with other streamers that are like that. So since he's in the same group with those other streamers that are like that, they kind of lump him into the same group as well.
President, then the audience knows how to deal with you. And they're like, oh, okay, he's not like that. So we're going to leave him alone with that. Or there will still be people that are trying to dig. But really, the majority of people, the only reason they paid attention to this was because it was spreading on Twitter and they just wanted to know more about him. But once he sets the tone, they're not going to stop watching him. They're like, oh, okay, well, we understand his boundaries now, and they're just going to keep it pushing. And now they understand the deal. And I think more people need to do this. And we still don't know the ramifications on kids socially being able to look up their name. Like what's being said about them is not going anywhere. So imagine looking yourself up and then seeing photos of you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, videos of you on the internet, and thousands of comments that you get to read.
Homie said thousands and thousands of comments. Is he talking about Duke Dennis or is he talking about the average viewer? Because the average viewer, when they go to their post, they're not seeing thousands of comments because they're nobody. I think he's talking about Duke Dennis, but I don't know. I kind of lost the context there.
That's what some people's existence would be. And this is different than just like people saying like, oh yeah, like a corn star mom, and like people get like expose their mother and the videos that she has. Yeah, that is crazy as well. But this is like a new thing where in real time, you see comments that you didn't know were being made about you in your past. This has a psychological ramification.
Okay, so he's talking about the average person. It's the problem is it's not the average person though. The average person, their social media isn't popping like that. Some people will be. Some people will get thousands of comments. A guy like me, I've had thousands of comments on posts. But if you're just an ordinary person who's just living a normal private life and you post occasionally, you're not getting thousands and thousands and thousands of comments. That's just not how it works.
And there's such a small percentage and minority of people that are even going to go through this. Like, who can we think of? Like Blue Ivy's an example, Northwest, Kanye's kids. They're one of like the earliest to go through this. Like if they were born past 2012.
Adam says he's convinced that Duke Dennis, you're talking about Duke Dennis, right? Stole his whole identity from a 6'5" black dude who goes around in Houston picking up girls and gets reactions wherever he goes. And has braids also. I mean, maybe, but I feel like there's a lot of people who do that. I feel like that's like not a new thing. Like there's always been pickup artists.
Content creator, whatever, that was born past 2012, they now get to see the comments and what people said about them throughout their life growing up.
But this guy who's making this video we're watching right now, I think that what he's saying only applies to people that are trying to be content creators. I don't think it applies to like the average person. The average person's social media is not getting thousands and thousands of comments.
Which is kind of scary. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you
let me correct that. Average dude. I don't know about the females. Females might be getting crazy comments. I don't know.
Like Duke Dennis's decision to keep his family off the cameras? I like it. I co-sign it 100,000,000%. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.
What is this? 2 different streams of the FaZe house?
Okay, so this video is called Kai Cenat is back at it again with Senna, but I don't know what it's exactly about. So let's see, because she's showing the FaZe house. That's Lacey. The house is brand new and Lacey already has hoes over.
Dude, K-Song setup might be my favorite thing right now.
I don't know what she's even watching. I clicked on this. I don't actually know why I saved this video in the playlist. I might jump over it.
Either way,
I'm gonna watch this video about Kick and Red Dragonite. This is the same guy that you sent me earlier, right? This is the same guy you sent me earlier. This guy, I'm starting to be a little bit hesitant to take him at face value though, because I feel like he has many videos about Kick. Like he might be just pushing Kick. He might be paid by Kick to do this.
Kick. And let me make sure I'm not used to looking at this page, so I want to make sure that
Red Dragonite says, I just realized how Pokemon be serenading her chat. But you found her, you piqued her strategy? Is that what you're saying?
there's nothing that's problematic to show here.
So, as Mingold, This is Asmongold. Chat, if you guys don't know what's going on the screen. This is Asmongold showing his earnings on Kick for the last 2 days. So in 2 days, he made $36,910.68 in 2 days. And now he's comparing that to what he made at Twitch for the entire month. So he made more in Kick in 2 days than he made at Twitch in the entire month. It took him a whole month to make $32,000 on Twitch. 30 days to make $32,300 on Twitch. It took him 2 days to make $36,000 on Kick.
Two of them. What the fuck is going on? That's 2 motherfucking days. Oh my god. And that's not even being exclusive to Kick.
I just want this to be the easiest video to just explain Kick partner pay, go over some of the things, the benefits, how to get into it, the big question of like sustainability.
That's 9 Oh my god. Wait, that's what? That's 9 But that's what?
Actually, one of the craziest things I've seen, bro. Can you imagine making $32,000 in 2 days?
16 streams, $500,000. What? Bro, really? All streaming.
That's insane. Well, I mean,
and you got to remember that it's not just that he's making the $32,000 on Kick. He's still streaming on Twitch. He's simultaneously streaming on Twitch, and he's making clips for his YouTube channel. So from every video he makes, he's probably making from every video $40,000, bro, from every stream.
These numbers are unreal. That's like the concept. The general old vibe is like everybody is essentially getting a deal on this platform with the amount of work that they put in.
Yeah.
Except for me. Everybody's been getting a deal except for me because I have a Kick. Cornbread says, I've been telling Scott to come to Kick, but he just wants to focus on Twitch, unfortunately. No, Cornbread, I'm live right now on Kick. I don't know how to get people to watch me there.
Okay, so hold on. I want to see.
JR Real says, you must have paid attention in agents class.
Oh my God.
100% I did.
It was filtered to 2 days on Twitch. Oh my fucking God. I was even off on that. Did I put that in the post? Verse on Twitch from everything. Okay, that can proceed from the entire month. Oh my God. In 2 days, Asmongold made more. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, boys. This is just Kick partner income. This isn't even the revenue from his fucking subs. This is just purely the Kick partner income. $37,000 in 2 days. In 2 days, Asmongold passed the entire month of what he made on Twitch. And here's the thing. On Twitch, to get this, he had to run ads. 2 hours out of the last month were just ads. People had to watch 2 hours of ads in 30 days. And he still, in 2 days, made more on Kick, just in the Kick partner pay, than he did on Twitch as an entire whole. Yeah, and what's crazy is, yeah, that's a good point. And what's crazy is that's half. He's got multi-stream enabled. If he was just streaming only on Kick, that would have been doubled. Did you hear about the Kick migration everyone is talking about? Since I posted this video, I've already had a few Twitch streamers DM me was like, how do I fast track to Kick partner pay? Which we'll talk about it today. Wait, this is with multi-streaming and doesn't Kick pay lesser amount with KCIP, with Kick partner pay when multi-streaming? Yes, it's half. 37,000 times 2 is what he would have made in 2 days. Oh my God.
Crazy work.
Can't wait to see how the Bleed Purples try to twist this as a negative somehow. Well, there's two things that they're going to do. One is going to be like, yeah, that's because of gambling money. Where do you think half of Twitch's money comes from? You think it's just coming from a money tree? A donation, a charity? Where do you think half the money on Twitch?
That's what I need, Adam. I need a clipper. Does he get paid directly by Neon or Neon or Kai or any of those, or is he getting paid just by ads? I need a clipper.
Comes from. They've even blatantly said that they can't even cover the cost of the platform. Where do you think that comes from? So there's going to be that negative, and then the other negative is not going to be sustainable. Not going to be sustainable. It's not sustainable. Hey, brother, following the news, Asmon and Tecton coming to Kick is creating huge waves. The next few months are going to be very interesting in the streaming sphere. Brother, I think after this clip right now, seeing this clip today, I think we're going to see waves this week. These guys bringing this much hype to the platform is much better time than the hype that they initially got, because Kick overall is a problem.
The hype that they initially got was not good hype for the common man. Does that make sense, chat? The hype that they initially got was hype for the big content creators that think, oh shit, I can go over there and get a bag. But for the common person to jump ship and go to Kick, that was not the hype that they needed. They needed this kind of hype from the beginning. The hype that tells the common base level beginner streamer who has a few hundred people watching him, yo, if you come over here, you can blow up and make money. That's the kind of hype they needed from the beginning. But they misstepped when they started paying giant contracts to new streamers, or not new streamers, giant contracts to established streamers from the beginning and expected a return on that. I think that this new strategy where anybody can get partnership and anybody can make a bag depending on how many viewers you get and how much engagement you have and how many hours you stream, that was the strategy they should have taken from the very beginning. And I think that now that they're implementing a strategy that's more egalitarian in the sense that it's not like, oh, if I'm a beginner streamer and I go to Kick, I'm not going to be able to ever make partner or make money. Now anyone can make money if they become partner. I think that will cause a lot of people to jump ship and go to Kick, including myself, even though I do still want to grow my Twitch. Obviously, I want to grow all three platforms. But my problem has been that I have had a lot of difficulty getting people to go to my Kick and watch. At the most, I get on average every day 2 people watching me on Kick. Nothing happens. They don't share. Somebody made a clip one time. Other than that, they don't share, and I don't know how to attract new people there.
Product is much better. The AI mods on Kick is really good. And they've done a lot to give power to the creators to help combat a lot of shit. Obviously, people get through with plenty of things. That's on any platform.
In my opinion, the easiest platform to grow on so far has been YouTube. After YouTube, it's been Twitch, even though Twitch is asked for discoverability. And then on Twitch, barely. Spec 5, is that SP5? SP5? Species? I don't know how your name is pronounced, but thank you for the W over there on Twitch. I see I have somebody dropping a W in the Twitch, right? Not Twitch. The W on Kick. Thank you for dropping that W in Kick, brother. I really do appreciate you watching me over here. Like I said, I just find it very difficult for me to get people to watch me on that platform. I've tried and tried and tried. I gave the stream a decent name. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
You're going to get spam bots and shitty people on YouTube, Twitch. It doesn't. TikTok.
Also, I call a cap on the spam bots. On YouTube, I've never had not even one spam bot. On Twitch, I had a ton of spam bots until I implemented a bot that removes spam bots. And on Kick, I used to get a lot. Now I barely get any, but I did get one today. I get one like every time I go streaming, at least one. But it's not. YouTube is the best platform. To be honest, YouTube is the superior platform out of all three. The only problem with YouTube is that the algorithm needs to be improved a little bit. They need to include more features for the chatters. Yeah, the promo pages, Red Dragonite. Promo pages and art designers be like unleashing hell of bots on Kick and on Twitch. But I think that YouTube has a superior algorithm. It's just that the chat is not as engaged. And if the chat's not engaged, you're not going to get a lot of donations. You're not going to get a lot of gifted subs. It's just very difficult.
It doesn't matter. You're going to get that shit everywhere. But they've done a good job. So you mix the idea of people seeing that somebody like this made this much money. I mean, there's also this clip too.
Streaming on Kick for 3.5 hours on my first stream, and I've already made $1,000 fucking.
Oh, good job, Dexerto. what are you doing? The thing about this clip that I like about this clip is he didn't even show kick partner pay. He didn't even show kick partner pay. He just showed what he was getting in subs. He made $1,000 in a few hours because of subs, off of a couple hundred subs, because you get 95% sub revenue. And he thought kick partner pay was included into that because Twitch streamers don't realize how much Twitch takes, even at your higher rates, even at 70-30.
95-5 is crazy. That's a crazy fucking split.
The fact that you get an extra 25% on top of it now, it's insane. Yeah, he didn't even know about the partner pay section. As you have more sites promoting this, and by the way, this is also huge. Dexerto has been notorious for trying to shit on Kick and paint a negative picture. The fact that we're getting like positive posts and positive articles from Dexerto is already just showing an idea that the tides are shifting. And I literally just put out a video today talking about a Twitch staff member who's is leaving because Amazon is essentially coming in and taking control. So it doesn't surprise me, the idea that, you know, these sites that maybe have a little conversation with Amazon, it wouldn't surprise me by any means if even a public picture starts getting painted.
The truth is, though, that doesn't Amazon win under every circumstance? Isn't the back end of Kick still Amazon? From what I understand, they're using Amazon servers anyway. So the way I see it, no matter what happens, Amazon wins. Amazon wins no matter what happens. Oh, Adam, ask him which one he uses, please. If he can tell, is it Opus AI or is it a different one? Because I've been using Opus AI to get the clips. But if there's a better one, let me know. Ask him if it's this one that he uses. And if there's a better one, if he can let me know which one he uses. Because I need clippers, and I've been trying to find clippers, and it's extremely difficult to find anybody who actually is serious about clipping. But the only way to blow up your stream is to be clipping and getting people to, push it. I gotta find them though, Mike. I gotta find them, man. That's the problem. I gotta find them. I want to do collabs, man. But when I reach out to people, it's just difficult, you know? Even similarly leveled streamers, because the people that I've tried to reach out to, sometimes they're afraid that they're hesitant, you know? They think you're going to try and steal their audience. It's DeepSeek. Wait, no, Adam, which one does your cousin use? I got confused there. I thought it was DeepSeek for a second.
In a better light with Kick, because the reality is Kick makes Amazon a lot of money, and Amazon doesn't have to pick up the tab on it. So that's fucking huge. The Pogger side of Twitch are starting to see how much more Kick streamers make, even starting to make the switch. 3 hour on Twitch, 300. 3 hour on Kick, 1,000. And again, guys, it's good to point out that this is just the subscribers. He didn't even include partner pay in this. Can someone be successful on here without knowing how to video edit it at all? Yeah, sure.
Red Dragon says, is it possible to clip on desktop? Yeah. On YouTube, there's a button for you to make the clips right there. On Twitch as well. On all the platforms. On all the platforms, you can clip right on the desktop. Yes.
Testy, let's just use Testy as an example. Testy posts no content. He knows nothing about video editing. He's not a content creator. All he does is stream. Now, Testy's rare. Testy is one of these guys that he just has an amazing community. Guys, this guy every month has like 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 subs every month. All you have to do is whatever subs he has, let's say he averages 2,000 subs a month, times that.
The only thing that worries me is this guy is bringing up very valid points. The only thing that worries me is that he has a lot of videos pushing Kick, and it makes me think like, man, he might just be one of those Kick shills though.
By $4.74. It's pretty fucking successful. And that's not even mentioning the Kick pay on top of that. You know, if he's averaging 100 to 200 viewers and he's got a good rate, let's say $12.50 an hour, $15 an hour, streams 40, 50 hours a week, just 50 hours, because he doesn't multi-stream. 50 hours a week times, let's just even go on the low end, 1250, right? On top of the subs. Yeah, that's, you can be pretty fucking successful here and not like really know a lot. So that leaves me to the point number one, which is the big question is, what goes into the kick pay? How is the kick pay managed? Kick pay. Oh, Peeps, you're part of the partner program, right? And I think Peeps donates all his proceeds to charity, to working with the veterans. Donates a lot of what he does back to veterans. So how it works is it is a breakdown of all analytics across the board that you provide to the platform. I tell you.
By the way, I just dropped my Kick link in the chat if anybody's curious.
Guys, to just spam up some fucking emotes right now, you are helping drive money to my Kick pay. Yeah, not bad. I don't keep any of the money, but yeah, about 2 to 4K per month. Free money for them. So even Peeps, somebody that you maybe never heard of, he runs a PC business, does some optimization, builds some custom PCs, and runs a charity to give back to veterans. All that shit that he makes on Kick, he just gets to give away. All of it. So the Kick partner pay is built up from you guys commenting, you guys interacting in the chat, you guys subscribing, people gifting subs, me being a streamer that links my shit to more places. So like getting conversions, the more people you get from Twitter, from Discord, from Instagram stories, from Snapchats, like you post your links of where you are and you convert people from other websites. Like I get a lot of people that come from my YouTube channel, and that all helps my rate. On the back end, basically all these analytics, all the activity that you give to your page, unique visitors, concurrent viewers, everything across the board brings up the value on your channel. You essentially get a rate on the back end.
Yo, Vin, thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon, bro.
The more that you stream, the more that you are consistent over a.
We're just pocket watching the Kick streamers right now. This video was in my playlist yesterday. I meant to react to it. We're probably not going to watch the whole thing because I saw that this guy dropped another video and Red Dragonite dropped it in the chat. I'm kind of curious to click on that one and see what he's talking about there. I don't want to watch both of them in their entirety. But essentially, he's just going over the fact that people are making a bag right now on Kick, apparently. And the rates obviously are way, you're getting a higher percentage back than if you were streaming on, let's say, Twitch. Obviously, Twitch takes like 70% of your fucking earnings. And also, they're probably, first of all, when he's kind of explaining a little bit of KCIP, yes. The first thing is that you got to remember that they're telling you, you don't know how much money your channel is actually generating. Even on YouTube, you don't know how much money your channel is actually generating. You know what they're telling you is generating. Oh, your RPM is $8 every 1,000 views. But in reality, you don't know how much they charge the advertiser for the ad. They could have charged them way, way more than that. And they're just, it's kind of like when Andrew Tate was saying that he had the girls and he would tell them like, oh, you made $10,000 this month, when in reality they made $30,000. It's the same situation. Like, you don't know how much you're actually making. They're telling you what you're making. And then on top of the fact that they're telling you what you're making, they're getting a percentage out of that. So it's kind of like a trust system. And in the sense that Kick is definitely giving you more of the real value that your channel is earning. Because we can see it. If Asmongold streamed for a whole month on Twitch and he made $32,000, and then he streamed for 2 days on Kick and he made $32,000, somebody's lying about how much money they're making from the ads. Yeah, they're just giving you your cut, and they're making up the cut as they go. So I don't know if you can really trust their evaluations, that especially on Twitch, because they're just telling you they're telling you what they think you deserve, essentially. Anyways, let's jump into the other video this guy has, because he dropped another video. I saw Royalty, you dropped this one in the chat. How Kick could kill Twitch in 2025. Let's see what he had to say here.
You know what would skyrocket Kick? If they introduce vertical streaming and an algorithm similar to YouTube or TikTok when it comes to discoverability. Well, that doesn't really work, Lotness, because okay, so the reason why that doesn't work and why it doesn't work on Twitch neither, Twitch or Kick could implement this. But the reason it doesn't work is if you come to Kick, what do? Okay, you're on the homepage, what do? You either go over here to go to your following, you maybe get sucked into something on the homepage, sure, or you look up somebody that you've heard about. What you don't do is you don't go to Kick and say how to set up my stream. You don't come to Kick and say best camera for streaming. Now you're probably like, well, why does that matter? Because that's what makes every other platform valuable outside of Twitch and Kick. Because that is what the algorithm is. That is part of the algorithm.
Okay, so how would they be able to improve that? I mean, he just made I actually never thought about that. He really did make a valid point there. He really did. Because people aren't searching for anything on Kick. You know, when people find my stream, sometimes they'll type something in and it will pull my stream up in their search. And then they'll click on it and they'll watch it on YouTube. But on Kick, yeah, he's right. They're not going to do that.
You go to YouTube looking for one thing, and the next thing you know, you're there 5 hours later down a rabbit hole. Same thing happens with TikTok. Same thing happens with Instagram. Same thing happens with Twitter. On Kick and Twitch, you go from outside sources specifically to the place that you want to go. And like you could.
Because he says, are you okay with gambling, Scott? To be honest, I'm going to say no. Probably not. Not even because I'm against gambling per se, but because I think that is just a waste of time. It's a waste of time and I wouldn't enjoy doing it. But if they're going to pay me a fat bag, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've never had anything against gambling per se. Like I've never had a moral objection to it other than the fact that, first of all, as kids, I don't think it's healthy. So if the problem is if you're streaming on Kick, you're probably have an audience of kids and you're probably going to be influencing them. But also, I just don't think it's fun. So I'd probably have to turn it down. It would be a grind. It really would be a grind. I'd probably find it boring and unfulfilling. But also, Gussie, nowadays, they're signing people. First of all, they're not signing contracts anymore, like big contracts anymore. They're just signing the normal partnership deal. So Asmongold just signed a normal partnership deal. He didn't sign some sort of elaborate contract. He just got normal partnership. And with the normal partnership, he's making lots of money. I mean, it's basically a salary. So if I were to get partnership on Kick without the gambling clause, I would 100% pour all my energy into it. The problem is that like I said, I'm struggling to get viewers over there. Heck, I'm struggling to get viewers over here. By the way, guys, I see we have 20 people watching the stream. If you're watching the stream, guys, and you haven't already taken the time to hit the like button, please make sure you hit the like button. It's what makes the algorithm pick up the stream and share it to new people. So if you can do me the quick favor, just take 2 seconds, chat. If you're on your TV and hit the like button, I really would appreciate it. Thank you.
You could put vertical. Ow, motherfucker. You could put vertical on Kick. You could put a feed on there where it's like, it suggests to you people on the recommended side. It doesn't matter unless people naturally are going to Kick or Twitch to discover new shit. Most people go there to go straight to the shit. I go straight for my following. Fuck them front page people. Yeah. I scrolled featured, then looked at who I'm following to see who I'm going to watch. Right. I just think if algorithms on a platform like Kick is a whole can of worms. To that point, it's great to point that out because I'm not even logged in over here. So
the true question I have for this guy, if I could talk to him directly, and I don't know if anybody has any pull and can get this guy to even address me. Maybe I should reach out to him and see if he wants to make a collaboration call on Discord or something to see if I can get some help here. But my question would be, so how do you get people to go directly to your Kick, directly to your Twitch? If they don't know who you are and they saw a few clips of yours, see, this is where the clips come in though. I know what he's going to say. It's kind of a waste of time on my part because I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, oh, for you to get people, you need to have clips. So it's just going to come back to the same thing. I need to get clips because There's no discoverability on those platforms. The way they discover you is with the clips. Point your camera at ice. And I don't even understand how a guy like the guy we're watching right now, how he gets so many people to follow him on those platforms. Does that make sense? Like, how does he do it? I'm gonna have to start making clickbaits, man. Anyways, let's keep going.
But when you come to Twitch, it's the same concept. You don't go there to search how to do shit. When you go to Twitch, you don't search how to do shit. You don't go search best settings for. You come here to watch a streamer. You just create content and bring people to your streaming platform. Well, purity, that's true. Like, obviously, that's like the sauce to do it. But, this is why our take.
It's the view bots, DP. That's the thing. It's the view bots. A lot of them have view bots. But I feel like the view bot thing ruins it for everyone because now you don't know how many views anybody actually has.
That it would be very healthy if Twitch or Kick
view bots, Vin,
would adapt some kind of Reddit, Twitter interaction into their
either you're really lit or you got hella view bots
website. Someplace to where you could go to their website. You could be on Kick, and instead of me pushing you off to YouTube to look up a tutorial, I could make a threaded post on Kick about the best camera to use for streaming in 2025. And sure, I could put my YouTube video in that, but if you were able to treat Kick like Reddit or X to where you could have that conversation on the platform, that's when you would have people start searching up things, and that's where you could actually get streamers to tie conversations to threads on the site. And then on top of that, you got sites like Google where you would implement the SEO from the site of Kick, all the SEO that's on here. And then when you go to Google, people could actually find your shit on Google. Good example is how to set up Kick stream. The first things that pop up are obviously YouTube videos. And then it's Kick in itself. Now imagine if this whole entire list was threads or.
But that kind of makes me a little bit sad, DP. It kind of makes me a little bit sad because it ruins the entire site. It ruins the entire experience of becoming a streamer. That's the main reason why I haven't bought it yet. Because I've been told by other people that you should bot, especially on Twitch. They're like, oh, if you want to grow your Twitch, you need to get bots. You got to bot your stream. And it's like, if I bot my stream, it kind of ruins the entire experience of streaming in the first place. But then again, the problem is we're in a nuclear arms race. If everybody's botting their streams and you're the one who's not botting your stream, you're gonna lose. That's the problem. It's a all or none sum game. If even one person starts botting, it ruins it for everyone.
Post on Kick, because then they could open it up and it would open up Kick in a Reddit. Like, let's just use Reddit as an example. I don't know if I can get on there because I'm not logged in. So you'd go to Kick or you go to Google, you type in how to set up your Kick stream. And one of the top links is, let's just say this was Kick, but it's Reddit, right? And it was this fucking look up stream setup, and it was this fucking thread of streaming setup, and it was all the information that you need in one post. Oh, and then like you're literally already on Kick. You can just go look at watch the streamers, or say this was a post from me. Oh, he's live right now. All I got to do is click this, the person who posted it, and they're fucking live right now, and I could go talk to them. That'd be huge. Imagine and think of the opportunity.
The thing that this guy's describing right now is called YouTube. It's literally called. Why don't we do something different? Why don't we grab the good features from Kick and the good features from Twitch, and we grab YouTube and we combine that shit into it? Because what he just described is literally YouTube. That's what you described, buddy. You described YouTube.
Think of everybody in here having a forum like.
You described YouTube, except for YouTube's chat features suck.
Access to the platform, having the ability to create your own posts and your own thoughts on shit where other people can interact. And then if you stream, great. If you don't stream, who fucking cares? You can level up your shit. You can build up currency and points and shit on your own end from just the offline interaction.
Vince says, fuck it, let's make a platform. Yo, we're gonna make a platform. It's gonna be, we're gonna be the next party.
Supporting streamers, and you could have your own little world without just being a streamer as well. Could you not have a scroll feature that basically is a for you of streamers who are part of the recommended? Yeah, you could absolutely do that. Twitch had that. Didn't work. People don't scroll. The reason why, even to this point, of why political content doesn't belong on Twitch is nobody goes to Twitch to do what you just said. Let's just be real. Guys, how often do you go to Twitch or Kick to be like, I'm going to watch a new streamer today. I'm going to watch a new streamer today, gang. Today, you know what? Today's a new day that I'm going to, you know what? I found a new streamer yesterday. I really fucked with them. Today,
R-Tube. I'd call it R-Tube.
I'm going to find a new one. No, because to the core, how Twitch, how Kick is set up is just streamer niche. It's just streaming. And you go there to just enjoy the stream. You go there to just hang out in the streams you enjoy. I do this many times. So you are 1% of these individuals. Great. You do that. Now go tell fucking 10 million people to do that. Because they won't. Because people on a vast majority, and I
almost said retube,
average, want to go to the places that they want to go. They want to get to the shit that they want to watch. And until you incorporate something like YouTube, where YouTube does an amazing job at telling you what you want to watch, you're not going to watch something different on average. And again, the only individuals that will are like you're super uppity, like, I support everybody.
He's right, but I don't understand how you're supposed to solve the problem. I don't understand how you're supposed to solve the problem. The problem is that the platform is a fucking isolating fucking platform. He's right. People go to Twitch and they don't look at anybody else. When I go to Twitch, I just look up who I'm looking up. Occasionally, if somebody's on the front page, I might click on them to see what they're doing, but he's 100% right. So unless YouTube just grabs the good features, I don't know where we're going to be going because there is no change. It's like me on Kick. It's impossible for me to get new viewers on Kick just by streaming. The way you get followers on these platforms is not by doing the thing that you're doing on the platforms. Does that make sense? Like, at least on YouTube, me streaming can get me new followers occasionally, depending on what I'm doing. It will give me more engagement. But on a platform like Kick, streaming doesn't get you more viewers. On Twitch, streaming doesn't get you more viewers. The only thing that gets you more viewers is making content on other platforms and getting those people to leave those platforms and go to Twitch, which is extremely difficult to do. Or being the very top person in the category that people are looking at on Twitch. Like if people are going to fucking Fallout and you're the first person on that fucking category or the second person, then you might get hella views. But if you're like the fourth, fifth person, if you're on the 10th page, you're not getting anybody. You're not getting no new people. I tested it today. Today, chat. Today we were playing Fallout 76 since early in the morning. I was literally on the third row. There's only 2 rows above me of people. Rows of 4 people. 4 and 4. And I'm on the third row and I got no new people. No new people. And the people that are on the first 2 rows, the people watching them are all people that followed them from somewhere else. Most of them. So I feel like it's just a dead end platform. I don't know how else I can get them other than clip farming. And I don't understand when you're playing a game, how the hell you clip farm. I mean, I get there are certain things you can do, but in reality, it's very hard to clip farm for a game like Fallout. Let's keep it a buck.
You're not fucking everybody, man. You're just one person. That's for whatever reason. I'd like to watch a new streamer sometimes, but Christ, endless scrolling at times. So I'll stick with what I follow. Yeah, well, I mean that's what's also tough with live streaming is much longer hours than just a 15-minute video on YouTube and a 30-second clip on TikTok. Literally wouldn't have found you without YouTube. As most people, YouTube and X. Those have been my biggest. I got no panties on the dance flow. I ain't got no panties on the dance flow. Does front page help a lot? No, because the front page usually leads. Wait, I bet. Hold on. This is going to be a case in point to answer your question. We're on the homepage right now. You see what comes with the homepage? There's this articulation from a whole bunch of people where they're like,
yeah, Vin, this guy just does desktops. That's what I'm saying. I don't even understand how this guy got so many followers. He just does desktops.
Like the only way they can be successful is by being on the homepage. And what's crazy is these bots, like these are like pre-planned bots. That's what's insane about this. Yeah, homepage is a double-edged sword. So like some of these bots, December 8th was following me. They would have to restrict the discussion boards to probably accounts X amount of days old or something. So bots don't take over people saying wild stuff. Yeah, you would have to have, I mean, I think Reddit and Twitter both have a pretty strict signing up policy for the forums. So yeah, it would have to be one of those things to where if you want access to the forums, you have to go through like an actual verification setup. Richard says, okay, I have a question. I have a friend that streams on Twitch. How can I convince them about Kick or multi-streaming? Not your job. Fuck them. I mean, if they're your
He said, not your job, fuck them.
friend and you've talked to them enough and they know enough good about the platform, that's the only thing you can do is just talk good about the platform. If they want to be stuck on Twitch, if they like Twitch, first and foremost, just leave them alone. It's not our job, guys, to like convert people. We're not fucking, Catholics here. We're not trying to fucking convert people to our religion or some shit. We're just fucking streamers. We found better benefit off of being on Kick. It's not our job to go and force people to come over. Who gives a fuck, man? If they want to stay on Twitch, that's fine. Now, if they're your friend and they stay on Twitch and they constantly bitch about Twitch, that sounds like a shitty fucking friend. Cut them off. Because I don't surround myself around anybody that constantly bitches and moans and doesn't do something about it. It's that simple. If they're happy there, cool. If they're not and they bitch,
it is a strange camera angle. I'm not gonna lie. But guys like this, like he said, he's getting most of his followers from YouTube. My thing is that I don't even understand how I can get people to go from my YouTube channel. First of all, I don't even have followers like that, If I'm keeping it a buck. The last few days, I've gained maybe four followers and I've lost 5. So getting them to go to a completely different platform, extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. Even though my Kick doesn't have ads, I don't think at all. So it's not like they're getting a different experience. They're getting essentially the same experience, other than the fact that I don't always have the Twitch and the Kick chat directly in front of me. I occasionally swipe over and look at them to see if anybody's saying anything, and then I go back to the YouTube chat.
all the time, that's all they ever do to you, and they don't do anything about it, stop fucking hanging out with them. Because it is detrimental to your fucking mental. It is not healthy to constantly be around people that just bitch.
Yo, Peterson the Cow, thank you for joining the stream. That's clickbait, brother. But thank you for joining the stream.
About their situation and can change it and do nothing to change it. That's not good for you. Get that out of your fucking life. There's creators in this industry that I've had respect for, and they do really well. Some of these guys.
Homie said, wow. He said, wow, guys, wow. No, I'm gonna have to start playing dirty, chat. I'm sorry. Scott Leonard was a good guy, but you guys ruined him. I'm gonna start playing dirty now. I'm gonna start pulling out all the tricks. And one of the tricks is, if I gotta do some clickbait to get people to come and click on the stream, I'm gonna have to start doing clickbait. How else can I get people to come in? And maybe some people will find it entertaining and stick around.
Have like 1 million followers now on socials, but before they got 1 million followers on every one of those social media platforms, they bitched and moaned about how that platform sucks and they get no love on that platform. I've literally cut myself out from creators that I used to think were cool and had respect for, and there are even large
special guest Kai on stream. That'd be funny as fuck.
Creators just off the simple idea that their attitude is fucking mentally draining to be around. This fucking sucks, man. I tried this. It didn't work for me. And 5 months later, after they're just being consistent, they actually fucking find success in it. And the only reason, guys, I'll caveat with that. Some people would counter that and say, well, you bitch about Twitch a lot. Yeah, you're right, because I got the fuck off the platform. Because the platform continuously makes bad update after bad update. I moved off the platform, found success on 2 platforms after moving off there. I have every right to fucking talk shit about that platform. It's a dog shit platform. Now, if you want to stream there and you're comfortable there, that's fine. But again, back to the core point of the little tangent. If you stream there and you bitch all the time, you're the problem. You are the fucking problem. If I'm around you every day and you're like, man, I'm unhealthy, I'm overweight, it's just not good for me. This is not good. This is not good. But you don't go and do anything to change it. Get away from me. You got to cut them fucking I can't catch a break people out of your fucking life.
I thought that was a good video. I mean, I don't know how accurate or realistic it is. In the sense that, like I said, and I've said it 10 times in the same video we're watching right now. Peterson the cow says, what did chat to you? Are you trying to say what did chat do to you? Anyways, what I was going to say is that I've said it many, many times. This guy is the Walmart Tim the Tat Man. I don't know who that is. What I was going to say is that I need clips. The way I see it, chat, the only way to succeed in this game is with clips. If I don't have clips, there will be no growth. So either I find clippers that want to make some money. Maybe I start paying people $10, $15 a clip. A flat pay until we start making money. The thing is that people can also not expect or demand a high pay from a small content creator. I only have 5,000 subs. So I think it's unreasonable for somebody to be like, oh, I want to get paid $100 for a clip. Like, no, dude, like your clip, I'm a small content creator. Now, if you post a clip and it goes viral, then I might give you a little bit of a bag. But if it's just a normal clip that got 10 views and you're asking me for $100, that's unreasonable. That's crazy and it's unreasonable. But at the same time, I do need clippers because that's the only way that this is going to grow. When I go on crazy tangents, rants, or something crazy happens and nobody clips it, that's a missed opportunity for me. When me and my boys go to Gatorland and we're saying dumb shit that's kind of semi-funny or stuff that you think is funny and you're laughing, if you're in your house laughing about something we said or something that happened and you don't clip it, you're doing me a disservice. Really, I'm being honest. I'm being honest, chat. Heart to heart. If you're in your house sitting down watching a Scott Leonard live stream and you're laughing your ass off about something I said or did and you didn't clip it, you're doing me a disservice, man. You honestly are. Because me as the person talking on camera, I don't know what's funny. When I go back and watch my streams, I'm watching myself, so everything seems funny and interesting. Because I'm biased towards myself. Like, I don't know what's funny. Me playing Fallout earlier today. Everything I did there, to me, is funny. I'm laughing. If I watch I'm going to laugh. I'm not going to know what to clip because it's me. So what I need is a person who's critical of me, who isn't my super fan, who's just a viewer. When they see something and it makes them actually laugh or chuckle, to be like, yeah, that was actually kind of funny. Let me clip that. Or fuck it. Don't even clip it. Write down the timestamp. DM me on Discord and say, yo, I was watching the stream and this made me laugh. Here's the timestamp. And I'll clip it myself, but at least let me know what's funny. Because I don't know what the fuck is funny. I'm just a guy talking into the ether, hoping that something sticks. And I've ran into this situation many times, even as a YouTuber when I was doing vlogs. When you're editing a vlog, obviously, when you edit a vlog, you need to post the best parts. So if I film 3 hours of content, I gotta stop yelling. I gotta start talking in normal voice. If I filmed 3 hours of content, those 3 hours need to become an 8-minute long video. At the most 10 minutes. So I need to know what the best parts were. But since I'm the person who was there and I'm the person who filmed it, to me, all the parts are good. So it's very hard to edit it down to 8 or 10 minutes. And this is exactly the same situation I have with the clipping. When I go back and clip, there's many things that I might find funny that a normal person who's watching, who's not me, might not know. They won't understand the context and they won't think it's funny at all. And then I end up clipping that and posting it and it gets no views because it wasn't funny after all. Whereas if the viewer finds something that's funny and they clip it, there's a high chance that other people are also going to find it funny as well. That's why you need clippers that are not you. And the AI tools are good. I use Opus AI to do my clips. And Adam, you never told me what program your cousin uses. but I use Opus AI, and Opus AI does a good job reasonably well, but it's not perfect because it's not a human being, you know, it's an algorithm. It's a fucking algorithm. So I just need help there, chat. I mean, so far I've enjoyed streaming. Today has been a grind. Today I streamed so many fucking hours, and we were, like I said, we were supposed to be doing, yo, Young Demons over there on Twitch. We were supposed to be doing a PS5 giveaway today, but it was contingent on us getting actual subs. So the goal was to get 100 subs. When I hit 100 subs on Twitch or 100 subs on Kick, I didn't even want subs. I just wanted followers. But if I got 100 subs on Twitch, then I would use that to raffle off a PS5. But unfortunately, we didn't even get not even one sub on Twitch. I have not even got one sub on Twitch. Not even one. Which is insane. But the reason why is because how are people supposed to find you? Yo, Brittany, thank you for joining the stream. How are people supposed to find you on a platform that has no discoverability? If they don't know who you are already, they're not going to find you. And the best way of having them find you is by posting on TikTok. That's the reason why I can't get banned on TikTok every 5 seconds because I need the TikTok to get people to go to my Twitch. The 237 first of all, I don't even know how I have 237 followers on Twitch. Last time I checked on Twitch, I had 15 followers. Now I have 237. So that's definitely progress, but it makes no sense. First of all, when I say it's 237, saying 237 followers is like saying 0 followers. My brother's the one who pointed this out at me. And I know it's a very nihilistic way of seeing it. It actually can make you very depressed if you think about it. But his logic is sound. He said the internet has millions of people. It has 3 billion people. So if you're on a platform with 3 billion people and you got 1,000 people to watch your video, you got nobody to watch you, brother. It's basically 0. Nobody's watched you. And he's right. For me, you know, sometimes I get a video on TikTok or on Instagram that will get what I would consider viral, which is literally just 6,000, 7,000 views, 10,000 views, 20,000 views. And my brother pointed out to me saying, you know, when you get 20,000 views on a clip, when you get 10,000 views on a clip, that's 0 views, dude. No matter how unless you're getting 1 million views on the clip, you got 0 views. And I can't argue against that because he's telling the truth. It is, if there's 1 billion people somewhere and 1,000 people came up and talked to you, it's equivalent, the ratio, you're getting ratioed. You're getting ratioed. So my only answer to that is to try harder. What else can I do? Either try harder or give up. Those are my only 2 options. Speaking of options, yeah. I gotta take a shit, chat. Oh my goodness. I still want to react to damn, they just dropped a crazy video on Solo Illuminati. Omizi just dropped a crazy video on Cooking with Kaya. It says Cooking with Kaya is getting cooked. Solo Illuminati, there's news. There's some news on X. Shit's about to go crazy, man. So I'm going to drop this Omizi video on. I'm going to start it for you guys. And I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick, chat. I'll be right back.
I'm just irritated. Like, my name.
Cooking with Kaya is getting cooked, apparently.
Don't be doing nothing. Like, I literally don't be doing nothing. It's just always something. When it comes to my name, it's just always something. Like, it's so rare that I see positive stuff about me. And I literally don't do nothing. Like, nothing. Like, nothing could get worse than that. So it's just like all the hate and everything. Like, nothing affects me.
I was going to say, I was going to keep talking about the same topic when I get back, maybe. I don't know. I had to cut it short because I got to take a shit.
She can't act as if she doesn't play a part in some of these conversations that's being had around her. When Cooking with Kai first came onto the scene, I was one of the early adopters of her mantra, and just the whole movement that she had going on. I really appreciated that she was very catching with her jingle, introducing some sort of new content, and was putting a spin on the whole cooking content, while having a lot of the world either feeling her or upset at her because of the way that she was going about doing things.
I'm sorry, but I do not like this little Cooking with Kaya hoe. First of all, I was on the phone with this dude the other day. He got saying, cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. First of all, don't be singing that on my mother phone. Then, what make it even worse, I can barely cook. I might be able to cook a little cornbread and a little cabbage, but all that, I can't cook like that. Then you got the girl dancing while she cooking. Like, girl, you was doing that for no reason. Like, it would have been cool if the girl didn't have a dump truck. My man is not allowed to watch Cooking with Kaya, period, point blank. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care.
She captivated the world with her viral dance, the viral jingle, and shaking her ass while holding a plate of food, which is all good and dandy. Having a hook and a catchphrase while doing some sort of content usually gets people in it. And being popular by any means necessary by no means is a bad thing, except for when you continuously play into it, play it up, and it becomes your personality. And I think that that's what Cooking with Kai is facing. It doesn't help that she's aligned herself with a lot of the people that the internet is having a hard time with right now. After Streamer University, she aligned herself with the likes of DDG, which the internet absolutely hates at the moment.
He's actually a genuine, nice person. Like, he is shark. He be sharking. But to me, he's just a genuine person. He's never been like a weirdo. He's never been like, he's very respectful.
I feel like as you get to know me more throughout these rounds, you will get to see my heart and see where the type of person I really am. Because, you know, on the line, they paint me as a terrible person. But in real life,
me too.
Yeah, and I want to tell you in front of all these people, the hate that you getting is because you're pretty. That's it.
And while I do think that that's some of the more recent and bigger issues that Cooking with Kaya is facing is who she's aligning with, we cannot skip over the fact that her already sexual persona has been amplified times 10 ever since she stepped into the WL community. And it's super strange because even before, when she first got onto the scene, it was very much a tamed and subdued version. I've seen her do cooking streams with Ray. I've seen her do cooking streams with Rakai. I've seen her do cooking streams with even DDG, and they were simple and they were not as lies. But as time went on, we could see her real colors coming out. You see, this community has a very, very strange relationship with women. And we've talked about it before, and of course we'll get into it again. But when a pretty woman, or hell, even any sort of woman is on screen, the object of the joke is them. The idea and what they're targeting is them. And 9 times out of 10 is them. Now, I don't think that any of this stuff is inherently bad. Like, I'm about to show video with Kaya in some shorts. She's at the grocery store buying groceries. It's not necessarily bad. But the camera angles decided by the cameramen of these streamers is very, very telling.
And then, like that. That's cool. And then melt that, and then rinse those off, and then throw them in.
I don't even know what the fuck I want to say. Look at you dropping stuff. See? You talking about me?
Sorry about that, Chad. I had to
I be dropping stuff a lot.
I had to let off a load.
On Instagram talking about sour cream do not belong in macaroni.
90% of that conversation wasn't even about cooking. It was about sexual innuendos.
Come on, who goes to watch Cooking with Kaya for cooking? Seriously, chat. That's why I don't understand this. I don't understand this. What is the word I'm looking for? This fallout, this pushback, all of the fucking drama around this. Like, nobody's going, 80% of the people, I'm going to say 90% of the people, Vince says toilet clogged. 90% of the people who watch Cooking with Kaya are not watching her for cooking classes. So people are surprised that she's fucking throwing it back in the club and niggas are slapping it. Come on, man. Niggas are surprised that she's out here being a hoe, talking to other dudes, hanging out with DDG and all these guys. Are you really surprised, chat? Let's put this shit into context, bro. Like, it's the equivalent of a stripper who swings on the pole in the night, and then during the day, you're surprised that she's a baby mama to 3 different dudes. Like, why would you be surprised? Like, I don't understand why people are trying to act like, you know, people have this... all of these react channels and the idiots on Twitter. The idiots on Twitter act like Cooking with Kaya was Gordon Ramsay or some shit. She's not Gordon Ramsay, nigga. She's a girl who fucking twerks when she cooks, and that's why she got famous. I don't understand why there's so much pushback and why there's so much drama and everybody's freaking out like she was some sort of fucking saint. Like she was some sort of choir girl, and all of a sudden you found out that she was a hoe. Vin says, wait, she not strictly informational? Seriously. Who's looking up cooking recipes? You know, I'm about to cook a fucking roasted pork. I'm not gonna go look up cooking with Kaya roasted pork. Nobody's doing that shit. The reason people watch Cooking with Kaya is because they want to see Cooking with Kaya throw it back. Let's keep it a buck, chat. I don't understand why we're pretending here. Why are we pretending here? User says, when is Kai going live? Kai is live right now. I'm the new Kai Cenat. You're watching him right now, user. Thank you for tuning in, bro. No, seriously though. Why are we surprised? Everybody's acting like shocked and chagrined. They're grabbing their pearls, clutching their pearls. When we already knew this girl throws it back, man. And if she does it in front on the camera, what do you think she does off camera? Come on, dude. You guys act like Cooking with Kai is some sort of culinary expert. You guys are out of your goddamn minds. Homies are watching her to goon. That's the only thing that's cooking.
And there wasn't really any learning involved at all. It was just, hey, this is her from behind. Even though we could get another camera angle, this is her from behind. And hey,
they don't want another camera angle, Mizzy. They want that gyat camera angle. That's the whole point.
Hey, look at these little bitty shorts she's got on while we make jokes about macaroni noise.
Vin says the hate comes once she tied herself to doo-doo garbage.
And I cut slack for Cooking with Kaya because I understand.
The user says, no, for real. You know when Kai live? No, I have no idea when Kai Cenat's going to go live, user. If I knew, I would tell you, though. But no, I don't know. He's not. I don't know. I haven't been following him, to be honest.
Game is game, and it is what it is. But I already know from past situations with women in the WL, it's not a simple thing of just being on camera and making some jokes certain times. The community at large is going to sexualize you. This is a bunch of young and horny men, ready, willing, and able.
No. Omizi, don't start with me, buddy. Don't start with me, Omizi. She sexualized herself. I would understand if Cooking with Kaya was just a normal cooking girl who didn't do all the twerking and extra shit, and then she was being sexualized. But no, she sexualized herself. Let's get it straight.
Able to ship any relationship she's in with any sort of man, whether it be platonic or semi-romantic.
David Fish is not for nothing. They did say Cooking with Kaya makes a mean batch of jerk chicken boudin balls. I can't remember who said that, but I remember hearing it too. Do you remember who said it, David?
Or whatever, or hell, even if they're just captured on screen together. We've gone through this with Connie Rhodes, Kalani Rogers, Senna, and whoever else is in the WL. WL is just a certain community on Twitch. I know some of the older people have asked me to break that down before, but this is, you know, Adin Ross, Agent 00, Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, Phantom, DDG, you know, that side is WL. It's for wins, loss. Is this a W a good thing or an L a bad thing? Just had to break that down.
People were just making shipping jokes and they went to...
I feel like Senna, look, Senna to a certain degree does sexualize herself as well, but not on that level. At least from what I've seen, I haven't seen any really sexualized clips of Senna. So I feel like she plays the game like how Pokemon plays the game and how a few of these other girls play the game where they're casually allowing themselves to be sexualized. But Cooking with Kaya is not that, bro. Cooking with Kaya is explicitly using her sexuality to get views. Explicitly. This bitch is literally twerking. She's literally throwing that shit back every fucking video. The camera is literally pointed at her ass the entire time. That is not the same thing as a Senna. That is not the same thing as a Pokemon. It's not even the same thing as a fucking... what's this girl's name? Nina. Or any of those. You're on the level of literally almost borderline. You're almost an OnlyFans model. You're one step away from being an OnlyFans model.
Far. And now people are like, oh, you slept with this person. Did you? Or whatever. And I'm like, you know, for me, I just don't want that to be attached to my name because I did not have any relations with my friends. Do you know what I mean? Or my friend. and that person is my friend.
Oh, it was DDG?
You know, at this point, it's being dragged. Like, it's just being dragged. So I would like it to just go away so that I can, like, not have people do that.
It seems like every woman in this community that I talk about.
And also, I'm going to keep it honest. Senna doesn't really dress that sexually on stream, to be honest. In my opinion, there's a big difference between a girl streamer like Senna and Pokemon. Even though they're annoying and they're acting cutesy and they're still trying to farm simps, but at least they're doing it in a more respectful way than an India Love or a Cooking with Kaya or a Sam Frank or a Natalie Reynolds.
Senna, Lala Batiste yesterday with DDG, Zoe Spencer, Connie Rhodes, Kalani Rogers, just about any woman, and now Cooking with Kaya seems to have some struggles with their perception in the community, romantic relationships, parasocial relationships, you know, just their presence being completely platonic when it comes to a lot of these people. And I already know that there are online pressures that
their presence isn't completely platonic because it's not completely platonic. That's the problem. That's actually the problem. It's not completely platonic. So how are they going to maintain a platonic energy when their relationship with the fucking people is not platonic? Even if they say, oh, it's platonic. I mean, you can't say it's platonic and homie's fucking slapping those cheeks. Literally in the club. Like, how is it platonic? It's inherently sexual. You can't say it's platonic and DDG's like, that's my ball. That's my ball. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's not. I guarantee if there was a serious female streamer there, he's not going to say that shit to them. And if he does, they're going to shut it down right away. Even Extra Emily. When they were at the Streamer University, DDG said that shit to Extra Emily. She shut it down. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not your ball. She shut it down right away. The problem is that these women, the ones that he mentioned, the 4 women he just mentioned, they are trying to be sexual objects. That's the whole thing. Yeah, Vin says it's platonic, but he flew me out to Mexico. Exactly. It's platonic, but I'm in his private fucking suite. It's platonic, but I'm in the yacht, drunk, in his room. It's platonic, but you can catch me in his Lambo. Like, come on, dude. We all know what's going on. And the fact that you want to lie to us and lie to our faces and say nothing happened, come on. Yeah, okay, bet. Homie's flying you out. Homie's spending a bag on you, and you think, come on, dude. It's the equivalent. You know what it is? It's the equivalent of the I'm going to say OnlyFans, not the OnlyFans models. First of all, they're not models. OnlyFans girls, but I'm not talking about them. It's the equivalent of the Instagram models. They go fly to Dubai. And then they act like they just went to Dubai for a vacation. Oh, I just went on a vacation. Oh, I was just hanging out with a friend of mine in Dubai. I mean, he's just a friend. Like, yeah, okay, bet, sure. Like, who you think you're more clever? We already know the game. Like, nobody's falling for that fucking lie. So you're telling me your friend just happened to fly you out to Dubai and you spent the whole weekend on his private yacht and you're just friends, nothing happened? Come on, dude. You must think we're dumb.
A lot of these young women face when going into the online sphere that push them towards content like OnlyFans and, you know, playing into the sexuality. It's not just that.
Exactly, Vin. We don't need to catch them in the act. Exactly.
Easy to avoid. Most of the jokes surrounding them are normally sexual.
I'm going to be honest.
Oh my God. James is like, that's like when Bailey said she slept at her parents. James, you. Oh my. This fucking guy.
Is it weird if I say that I wanted to be the throat goat, but...
That's so...
Why would you say that?
Where it starts to go bad for a lot of them is when they participate in the joke, is when they start leading the conversations, and when these young women fall into the trap that this community has set. Which brings me back to Cooking with Kaya and her antics at Streamer University and how I believe we got to the point where she is getting the hate that she is getting today. Cooking with Kaya was announced as a professor at Streamer University where she was supposed to teach culinary classes, you know, be a personality, etc., etc. And while her star did take off there, it might have...
Culinary classes, he says.
been for the wrong reasons in hindsight. Now, it all started when she went to some sort of party where she was dancing with a couple of content creators, most notably Quan, the fashion content creator from TikTok, and she had her ass slapped on by him. Now, because this is the internet, obviously this was captured and sent out to the ethos, but what we did not know is that she had a boyfriend this whole time who was sitting at a hotel maybe a couple miles away consuming all this, and he proceeded to crash out on the internet, and rightfully so. Now, where Cooking with Kai went wrong within this situation is not only going to a party and dancing with a guy and having him slap your ass and claiming that you didn't feel it. That story felt like rubbish. But regardless of that, coming to the internet and publicly addressing it in the way that she did is where she lost a lot of her credibility and where a lot of credibility to the quote unquote hoe phase name or whatever that she's getting, which I don't believe in. I think that that's totally disrespectful, but this is just what the internet is calling her. They got a lot of it from her response, which was bad, and it was led by something in her early 20s.
I'm not going to speak on his situation because I did have him. I'm not going to sit here and cap. Of course I have feelings for him, but I feel like he really did the most about this situation. And the way he's trying to slander my name like I'm a whore. First of all, if I was one, that would be embarrassing for you. Like, why would you stay with a whore? Why would you cry for a whore when she says she wants you to go get established and that she doesn't want to be in a relationship? Why would you literally cry? Y'all, I've never seen a man cry like that. And I'm not, men can cry, but it just got to the point where it's like, dang, like every time I tell you anything like that, like you should take, like that should be a good thing. I just want you to be established. That's all I want.
And so what a lot of people surmise from that, and probably what I did too, is that being around all these other established content creators let her be wild and free and forget about the commitment that she made at home. Regardless of anything, there were some conversations it seemed like that were had beforehand, and she decided to go ahead and not acknowledge them or, you know, just go against them when she got to Streamer University. Then in front of the millions of people watching this content, she emasculates him, talks about how he's crying, talks about how he's not getting any money, all these different things. And I can see why the dog...
She revealed her true personality, which, I mean, honestly, I think most of you should have already known that that was her true personality, but she revealed it. She basically told that kid that she was dating, I'm going to call him a kid even though he's a grown-ass man, but he behaved like a kid as well, that I never was that interested in you and you're a nobody. That's basically what she told him. And if anything, she probably used him a little bit in the beginning to even learn about the internet type shit anyway. Let's keep it a buck. I'm sure that he was the one who made her Twitch account. So she just revealed her true colors, and that's what rubs people the wrong way.
Dog piling is coming. Like, I can hear the barking in my ear. Now, if these are her true feelings, I would think that she would just not have this conversation online because this does not seem like it's for public consumption. But so naturally, people were going to be ticked off about this. And the fact that right after the apology, she got into more twerking.
Why'd he blur it? Why the fuck did he blur it? I already saw it anyway on another clip. Omizi is like, I like Omizi's content. I'm not gonna say Omizi, I don't like his content, because I do like his content. But the last 3 videos that I've seen Omizi release, they seem too naive, and also like he likes to take the high ground. Like, dude, you're in the mud with all of us, bro. You're in here with us in the mud. Don't pretend like you're some sort of Saint Omizi. You have the highbrow take. Like, nigga, you're one of us. You're in the trenches with us. Stop pretending to be better than us. Stop talking about, I'm gonna blur it. He blurred the twerking. Are you fucking serious? Talking about, oh, I don't think it's her fault she's being sexualized. Like, dude, you're one of us, bro. You're in here in the mud. You're a content. You're in the same degenerate cesspool that all of the people on the internet are in. Stop pretending like you're not.
I would say that that was the only sexual acts and playing into the sexual conversations that Kaya did at Stream University, but I would be totally wrong. There was also videos of her having not 1, but 2 nip slips, and then...
Yo, David Fishby be wildin'. He said, y'all saw how Jen was ready to leave with me, and goddamn, she will soon. Lick that pic. That's crazy.
And I can't show them, but trust me, they're out
Oh
there.
my
I don't even think
God.
that they're actual
That's
nip
actually
slips. It's
crazy.
just playing into the sexual nature of the whole matter. So when you play into the sexual manner, this group is already sexualizing you. The outcomes, obviously, later down the line are going to come affect you. There are going to be people that are calling you names. There are going to be people that are bashing you. And then when you're having serious issues online with your mental health and stability, people aren't going to take it seriously.
Talking about the LOL bloopers. Get to the twerking part.
It don't even look like it no more. It don't look good.
I know nigga don't be giving no fuck. Get to the part that's good.
Food. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
I told you. Is that Ben? Ben the Don? I told you nobody's watching Cooking with Kaya to cook. Homie said, skip to the good part. Skip to the good part. Nobody. This is not an educational video.
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Time to hit the gym, my boy. Time to hit the gym, my boy.
Now, mind you, that's the same stream where she decided to end early because she was feeling very emotional about the hate that she was getting. Look, I'm not saying the conversation
Ben is wilding, right?
people are having about Kaya are cool or right, because I've seen some out-of-pocket name calling when it comes to her. But I do believe that she is now starting to play into that conversation and culture that surrounds women.
Homie said she's playing into it. I got a question for you guys, chat. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong. Like I said, I don't follow any of these people closely, so I don't know. I might just be talking out of my ass right now. When Cooking with Kaya started her TikTok career, cooking, did she twerk in the beginning? Has she always been, she's always twerked, right? Or am I crazy? It's not like she just started twerking when she went to Streamer University. She been twerking. So that's what made her famous, right? The twerking. Her cooking and twerking. Her cooking and the twerking. So for Omizi to come on his fucking channel in this video essay and act like she's caving into the pressure to sexualize herself is disingenuous as fuck. Because from what I understand, she was always twerking. This isn't some new story arc that she's involved in. She been twerking, chat. Cooking with Kaya been twerking. She's not the victim in this story. And honestly, the whole thing that happened in the club wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like she went over to Quan and said, yo, Quan, slap my ass. She didn't say anything to him. She was just dancing and Quan did what Quan gonna do. Quan did what Quan gonna do, chat. The problem is that she didn't stop him in the moment, but afterwards she did confront him and he apologized. So I thought it was a non-issue. It was a non-issue. Her man's in the house is the one who freaked out. You can't, first of all, you can't make a hoe a housewife. So if you're dating a hoe, and she's doing hoe shit, you can't be mad. You know, you can't be dating fucking Riley Reid and then you see a video of Riley Reid getting plowed and then you get mad and you want to like start an issue over it. That's not how it works. So I think that Kaya overreacted by dumping the dude. The whole thing has been blown out of proportion. But to say that Cooking with Kaya ain't a hoe, that's crazy. That's different, Kanai, because Bailey's not out there twerking from the beginning. If Bailey was a stripper and she was out there shaking ass and then she went to the club and shook ass and some guy slapped it, I'm not going to say nothing because like, it's different. That's the but she's not doing that. She said, I win it. Whoa, that sounded like a femcel. The fuck? She said, I don't want to see other men happy. No, but seriously, it's different. No, are you going to tell me it's not different, If you're dating a stripper and she's out there shaking ass and people are slapping it, if you're dating a girl who's already shaking ass on camera, she's already super sexualized, that's a different situation than a girl who's not doing that. It's not like Bailey's out here like fucking posting crazy photos and doing all this crazy shit. She's not. No, it's different because you should be mentally prepared. That's like if Adam 22 finds his girl at the club and some guy is squeezing her butt or making out with her and then he freaks out and wants to dump her. Like that's what you can't, because she's already sexualized. We're not talking about some choir girl here, man. I think it's a different situation completely. Maybe I have a misogynist perspective. You guys can say Scott Leonard, he's a misogynist. He has a misogynist perspective on things, but I don't think it's the same thing. Because the girl is already out here shaking ass and doing the most and hanging out with other dudes already. She's already hanging out with other dudes on camera for content. She's already shaking ass. She's already over-sexualizing herself. And also, he should be prepared. That guy should have been prepared. You can't make a hoe a housewife, man. Dave says, if I see somebody grab her cheek, Scott, I'ma sleep them for you, Unc. I got you. Number 1 Vian in the chat. No, but seriously, and by the way, David, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. But no, seriously, that's a different situation, man. Because it wasn't like she was some sort of choir girl and then she went to the club and some guy grabbed her ass randomly. But also, I don't think the ass grabbing was that big of a deal because it just wasn't. It wasn't like she told Quan to do it. I think both of them blew it out of proportion. No, she's a hoe. She's a hoe because she probably does fuck other guys, bro. I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, she's out here doing hoe stuff. I honestly wouldn't trust a woman like that. I'm just letting you know. I wouldn't trust her. You think that nothing has happened off camera that we don't know about and that the boyfriend doesn't know about? When she's hanging out with fucking Deshae Frost and DDG and all these other fucking guys and rappers and athletes. Nah. I think that she probably fucking cheated already anyway. Mike says, just like when porn stars try to have opinions. Exactly. Who's gonna validate their opinion? Yo, Scott, are you getting the updated clips? Let me see. I gotta check. Yes. Yes, I got them, Red Dragon. So what I'm gonna do now is I will share those ones on my social media, and you should probably share them on your social media too. That's what we really need. We need everybody who has social media to share the clips as well. That's how they get viewed. But I did see it. I will share them when I end the stream. I'll go through them and I'll share the ones I like. I'll share them on my Twitter and the other platforms. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that too, by the way. Kanai says grabbing a random ass isn't crazy. No, it is crazy. It is crazy. But I don't think she didn't condone it in the moment, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Dating them Kaya type chicks ain't worth the headache. Dating those Kaya type chicks is gonna get you into a fight in the club. Imagine if her boyfriend was in the club and that happened. What would have happened if her boyfriend had been in the club? It's a fight. Bailey's over here reading this like a hawk. No, I know they all have war stories, but the problem is they all have war stories. The problem is this bitch is still in the war. He's still in the war. Jennifer says, "What did I come into?" Uh-oh. Now David Fish is gonna go crazy. Just don't have daughters, Jennifer. That's all. The problem I have, Kanai, is that she's still in the Cooking with Kaya is still in the war. She doesn't have war stories. She's an active soldier. This bitch don't got war stories. She's an active combatant. That's the problem. I wish there were war stories. And the fact that instead of her just apologizing, first of all, she did. No, let me correct myself. She didn't need to apologize. Because it wasn't like she went over to Quan and said, yo, Quan, grab my ass. All she had to do and say was, yo, I never gave this guy permission to touch my body. He touched my body. I talked to him, and it's over. Because she didn't cheat. Cheating would be if she condoned it. Now, I don't know. I don't think she condoned it. Cheating would be if she condoned it. So in reality, all she had to do is say, I didn't condone this. And the boyfriend, all he had to be is like, yo, well, I don't know why Quan overstepped his boundary. Why is he slapping my girl's ass? But my thing is that the reason Quan felt comfortable slapping her ass is because you know off camera she's throwing that shit back. You know it, brother. Come on. Let's not play games. You know that off camera she's throwing that shit around, bro. That's why Quan felt comfortable grabbing her ass. There ain't no way in hell Quan just did that without fucking thinking or considering the ramifications. He did that shit because he already felt comfortable. And the boyfriend overreacted because the boyfriend was being a little fucking puppy dog simp. That's the reason why he overreacted. They both overreacted. But for the internet to come around and act like Cooking with Kai is some sort of victim is crazy to me because she's not a victim at all. She put herself in those situations. Mike said, she's an active soldier. That was brutal. By the way, can somebody clip that, please? See, that's the kind of shit we need to clip. Clip that shit, post it on your social media. Scott Leonard says, Cooking with Kaya doesn't have sexual war stories. She's an active combatant. That bitch is in the trenches still. And I'm doomed then, says Isabel. Wait, Isabel, why do you think you're doomed? Donald says she was entertaining it. If she was entertaining it, then she fucked up. Can we get your definition of cheating? My definition of cheating? Are you asking me, can I? My definition, why am I getting so tongue-tied tonight? My brain is fucked, chat. I'm getting tongue-tied every second tonight. Tonight I'm failing at this fucking oral communication. My definition of cheating is if she makes out with a dude, if she's all over a dude, if she's texting a dude over sexually, or just texting a dude a whole bunch, like, you know, doing the most. If she fucking let the dude crack, or crack, like if he fucks her, baby. Or if the situation that happened between her and Quan happens and she allows it. In the clip that I saw, first of all, that clip was hard to see. There was so much movement in the clip. But I didn't see her like, you know, really. Was she actively aware that it was Quan touching her butt and not the other girls? That's the question. And if she was actively aware that it was Quan, but then again, like I said before, the reason Quan grabbed her ass is because Quan already is feeling comfortable. There ain't no way a nigga's grabbing a bitch's ass out of the blue. He did that shit because he knew that he was gonna be able to do it. He probably smashed, man. Let's keep it a buck, chat. Let's keep it a buck. He probably smashed before they went live, before they went to the party. Quan probably smashed at some point, or he smashed her in the past. There's no way this nigga is that comfortable. There's no way he's that comfortable. And if he is that comfortable, then he's a fucking he's diabolical villain, man. If Quan's just out here grabbing asses, then he's a fucking villain. But I don't think it's that simple. I doubt it's that simple.
In the WL, she went on an E-Date last night featured by Adin Ross and a bunch of other streamers, and naturally there's going to be some discourse about that. I mean, the parasocial epidemic is outrageous. My word of advice to her, and I know people are going to make it seem like I'm hating, but trust me when I say this is coming from a place of genuine care for her mental stability and all this. She just lost her sister not too long ago, and it seems like she's actually really going through some stuff, especially as a young woman with all this fame and, you know, this seemingly fortune coming into her to existence. Kaya, this community.
Well, when I said villain, I meant he's weird, he's strange, he's doing the most, is what I mean.
Community sexualizes women. Full stop. It is very easy to play into those conversations, but once you are in it, it is also very hard to get that stigma off of you. Play the game smart. Play the game the right way. Otherwise, there's going to be more days of hate. And while people are telling you, hey, that's hate, don't worry about it, just keep doing you, they will keep featuring you on their videos and getting higher views and higher views because you are an attractive woman, while you have to deal with the misery, while you have to deal with the pain, while you have to deal with the anguish, and while you have to deal with the plethora of hate comments that you get by...
Yo, I saw that, Red Dragon. Thank you for taking that clip, bro. That clip I can post, and I guarantee that clip will get hella views on Twitter.
Women, by men calling you hoes and all other sorts of names.
Because that's the kind of content I need. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to jump on that Twitter bandwagon, chat, but that's the way you get views, I guess. In 2025, that's the way you get new audiences and new views. Damn, so there's another video. Streamer University taught you how to get rich, but nobody noticed. This is by who? The video is by Black Wealth. We'll see what this guy has to say. Let's see what he has to say. You go drive safe then, baby. Want to go after him? Your face. You're gonna make me drive. Where are we gonna go to get them? Even though you're forcing me to... Chat, help! Help, chat! Help! I'm a hostage. I'm being held hostage, chat, please. Okay, don't hurt me. Please. I'll read the note.
University was just chaos and content. Think again. Underneath the laughs, the skits, and the wild guests.
Vince says, Scott, is twerking on a dude cheating? Well, did she know he was behind her though, Vin? Because did you see the clip? The clip had a whole bunch of people surrounding them. So I don't know if she knew that he was behind her. Now, if she was aware that Quan was behind her and she still threw that shit back like that, then I would say yes. Yes. But I don't know because I'm not in her mind. I don't know who was there. I don't know how, from her perspective, how it looked. From that clip that I saw, it looked hella confusing. There was a lot of people just standing around them, dancing. So I don't know. I don't know if she knew it was Quan. She might have thought it was another girl.
Kai was running a masterclass in monetization, branding, and content dominance. Streamer University wasn't just a content series, it was a blueprint. By turning an ordinary college experience into a viral empire, Kai flipped the script on how creators build influence and make money. He blurred the line between entertainment and business so well, most people miss what was really going on.
Yo, appreciate it, Red Dragon. Kanai, why you say, man, hell nah? You think that she actively knew? Girls know the difference. Well, if she knew the difference, then she was cheating. I agree, but I don't know. I'm not in her mind, man.
Today, we're breaking it down. This isn't about hype. This is about the strategy behind.
But let's keep it a buck as well. Who do you think she's picking between her man, a brokey who has nothing, who's a beginner streamer, and Quan? She's picking Quan. And I don't blame her.
Behind the spectacle, the business lessons you can actually use. So grab a seat in the front row. Class is in session. Lesson 1. Stay independent. Let's be honest. If Kai Cenat had taken...
Okay, I can't watch this video, chat. This is too much Kai Cenat glaze. This is too much Kai Cenat glaze. I can't watch this fucking video. I'm getting sick and tired of the parasocial people who want to make a 12-minute video. How long is this? 12-minute video of pure glaze. Every section of the video is glaze. Saint Kai. I said it, chat. Saint Kai. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of video after video after video after video from these people that just worship celebrities. Like, he's going to point out everything in a positive light. There's no negative light. I'm tired of it, chat. I can't do this no more, chat. I can't. come on. Chat, come on. I can't do this no more, chat. The fucking glaze is crazy. Slick says, David Fish, it was funny the first time, but chill out. Beating a dead horse, come up with something new. I can't watch these Kai Cenat glazing videos, man. James says, don't let royalty hear you. Yo, I can't fight with you on that one, James. I don't understand why some people, like, don't get me wrong. Occasionally, Kai Cenat was entertaining, but not to the degree that some people, like, it's not that entertaining, you know? Like, and this video we were about to watch, look, I'll watch 2 more minutes. The video is 12 minutes long. I'll watch 5 minutes of it. But it's just a video of non-stop glaze. I already know it's going to be a video of non-stop glaze.
Streaming University to a major platform, Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, nobody would have blamed him. The offers were there. Big checks, full production support, distribution to millions of subscribers. But Kai said no. He kept it on his turf, Twitch and YouTube. Why? Because Kai knows the golden rule of the internet economy. Own your audience or someone else will. Let's hear what he had to say.
A lot of people been talking about how this shit should be on Netflix. We already been getting...
The problem I see with it, though, is that it's not unified. It wasn't a unified approach. So, yes, okay. He didn't have Netflix or one of these other big companies take it over. But at the same time, every little tiny streamer was trying to stream at the same time. So it wasn't cohesive. Like, there was no cohesive storyline. There was no unified plot. It was just a bunch of random people in a building all just doing whatever they could do to farm for clips. And I honestly, look, maybe I'm a hater. Maybe this is Scott Leonard hater level 2000. Right now, there's going to be somebody like this. Vegeta, can you tell me his hater level? Oh my God. It's over 9,000. Maybe my hater label is over 9,000 right now. But from my perspective, he didn't do anything that fucking innovative, man. He just grabbed a bunch of people, threw them in a school, and said, have at it. And then we're going to schedule a few classes. That's all it was. Am I missing something here, chat? See how my voice got squeaky because I started talking so fast? No. Am I missing something here, chat? Did he do something that was that innovative? Or am I crazy? Am I a crazy hater? Do I have the fucking... I'm like that fucking guy in the Bible, Paul, the Apostle Paul. I have the fucking fish scales over my eyes. And I can't see the genius of what he did. And I only see it at face value. Because from face value, from my perspective, what I'm seeing is that he just gathered 120 people, threw them in a school and said, have at it. Streamer University. And now everybody's out here praising him like, oh, he came up with such a crazy idea. It's so innovative. And it's like, I still, what? What was so innovative about it? Is this not the same fucking thing that Ice Poseidon did? Is it not the same thing that all the streamers do when they gather a bunch of people together? Literally, I feel like everything I saw was the same thing I saw when we watched Ice Poseidon in Japan when Ice Poseidon was in the hotel room and he had like 50 fucking streamers in the hotel room and they all had their cameras and they were all talking and trying to clip farm. Was it not the exact same thing we were seeing at Streamer University? The only difference was it was at a university and instead of it being 50 people, it was 120 people. Or am I Vin, am I crazy? Seriously, I feel like the whole internet is gaslighting me. I feel like the whole internet is gaslighting me. Am I being delusional here, chat? Bailey said, yes, I am. Because I'm starting to feel like I'm crazy. It was extreme. Yes, it was essentially a streamer house on roids. Exactly. It was the same thing. It was, first of all, I have the death blow here. I have the death blow for you guys. Is this not the same thing that Neon did like a month before, 2 months before? Isn't it not the same thing that Neon did? Neon literally did the exact same thing, except that instead of it being in a school, it was in a mansion and they didn't have classes. But it's the same fucking thing. It's just a bunch of people clip farming in the same spot. And the classes, honestly, everybody tries to act like, oh, this is gonna make me have a brain aneurysm. I'm about to have a brain aneurysm, chat. My brain is literally about to shut down. It's literally about to shut down. People act like, oh my God, but he had classes. He had classes. They act like having classes is impossible to do. You had like 9 teachers, bro. Like, it's not rocket science. Well, Vin, I'm not saying that having that many streamers in the same spot wasn't a major W, but I don't think it's an innovative idea. Like, I don't think it's like some rocket science brand new idea that no one could have thought of. Maybe nobody had the resources to gather all those different streamers together, and I'll give him props on getting them all together in the same place. But other than that, I don't see any real innovation. Yo, TTD, thank you for joining over there on Kick, by the way. Really appreciate you being in here, bro. I just saw your chat. Yeah, the idea is easy. And when you say execution, I don't mean the execution of the actual school. I mean the execution of gathering all the people together and having their schedules line up properly. That part, I give him props to, gathering them together and having them all in the same spot. But other than that, once they were in the school, then it's on rails. What else does he have to do? There really isn't that much that he has to do. So I don't understand why everybody is fucking acting like it was some sort of, like he performed brain surgery or something. But then again, maybe I'm just a fucking hater. Maybe I'm just the biggest hater on this fucking platform, chat. You know, your boy Scott Leonard, blinded by hate again. Oh yeah, Vin, for sure. And that's why he got all those views on those 2 streams. The stream where he was selecting the people, and the first stream at the university. It's David. I don't think Slick is even in the chat anymore. So yeah, they tuned in with anticipation to see who would be chosen. And then they tuned in when the stream started to see the drama. But once the people were there and their schedules aligned, it was on rails. There was not anything more. There was nothing he really had to do. Let's watch, like I said, I'm going to watch 5 minutes of this video and see. But this video, I already see what direction it's going in. And it's the direction of glazing. This is a glazing video.
Talks with different people, but I want to go ahead and say this, bro.
They even put the glazing music in the background.
The idea like this so original, you got to keep it where it's at.
By keeping Streamer University independent, Kai controlled every single element: the content, the monetization, the brand.
Hero, you're right. I would have flexed it and I would have fucking... You're right. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. But I would have probably still had some criticisms about it.
No execs, no contracts that locked him out of his own creative vision.
But I guarantee you this, Hero, if I had been selected, I would have still came back and said it's not an innovative idea, because it's not an innovative idea.
No gatekeepers between him and his community. That's power. Real power. And it's not just a...
You can give a person their props without being a mega glazer, man. And when you're making long-ass videos breaking down every little part of it, then you're just like how people say I'm being a hater because I'm breaking down all the details. The person who's breaking down all the details in the other direction is being a mega glazer. Like this guy who made this video is a mega glazer. A mega super duper glazer. Glazer in prime.
About control. It's about value. Let's break it down. Distribution equals leverage. When you post content on your own channels, you build leverage. Not just views, leverage. By staying independent, Kai didn't just keep creative freedom, he positioned himself as the distribution pipeline. When you own the pipeline, people come to you, and they pay for access. That's why you see rappers, celebrities, and even brands begging to be part of his world. He's not.
All of those things are true that you just said, Vin, but it doesn't mean that we have to glaze him like they're doing too much at this point. That's what I'm trying to say. My whole point is that they're doing too much.
Not pitching to networks. He is the network. No middlemen equals maximum monetization. When you're tied to a network or platform.
Again, I'll say the same thing that I just said to Vin. It's a W. I applaud it, but that's all it needed to take. That's all it needed. It just needed an applaud and a W. But for people to be like people, the problem that I have right now with it isn't the concept. The problem I have, it's just like how I was telling you guys that Kanye, when people tell Kanye he's a fucking genius, and everybody keeps telling him like, you're a genius, 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 and glazing to that level, when it really doesn't merit that level of glaze. This is the same way I feel at this Kai Cenat Streamer University thing. Like, it was a good idea. The execution was done well as far as the planning and getting the people together, but it doesn't deserve the person to be put on a fucking super pedestal. Like, what are we gonna do? Make a fucking monument now to Kai Cenat on the internet? All hail King Kai. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, chat? When I said all hail King Kai, fuck me, maybe he is the main character, because there is a King Kai in Dragon Ball. Oh my god. That shit that made me look like a clown. Don't clip that, please. Please don't clip that, because that makes me look like a clown. I'm like, all hail King Kai. There really is a King Kai. Fuck. How you saying? Dragon Ball Z. Fuck me. Maybe he tricked us all, man. Damn. Why'd I say that? Shit, look, I just lost aura points. When I said that shit, I lost hella aura. King Kai. Fuck. God damn it. Remind me never to say that shit again. I hope nobody clips that shit into, because if it goes viral and they start calling him King Kai, I'm cooked. God damn it. I'd be making my own, I'd be setting myself up for my own downfall. God damn it, man. King Kai. Why'd I say that shit? Big Foos, King Kai. Man, we be fucking putting these people on too much, man. God damn, chat. Fuck, chat. I fucked up. God damn it. But seriously, on a serious note, getting tired of everybody putting these people on such a big pedestal. Like, you can applaud him, say it was a good business move, and let's move on. Like, it's how many... When did Streamer University end? Kanai, when did Streamer University end? A week ago? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? And you got niggas dropping 12-minute videos talking about how this nigga was a genius? That to me is crazy. I had already forgot. Look, I know people are going to be thinking in their house, like, Scott Leonard is a mega hater because it's like 3 weeks later and he's still hating. Kanai says almost a month. Look at that shit, a month, bro. People in their homes are like, why is Scott talking about this? Scott's a fucking hater. Because why the hell is he talking about this a month later? But the reason I'm talking about it a month later is because this guy dropped a video 8 hours ago. Literally. He dropped this video 8 hours ago. So then it forces me, this was 8 hours ago. So then it forces me to respond. Because I'm just thinking, like, why the hell are you dropping a glaze-a-thon a month after the fucking shit happened?
You split revenue.
Homie really sat down and wrote this whole thing out in a script. And then he recorded it. And then he looked for the clips.
There are managers, agents, producers, legal teams, all taking a cut. When Kai streams on his own channel, the sub money is his. The ad revenue is his. The brand deals, negotiated his way, integrated into his format.
The craziest thing, Kanai, is that homie sat down. Chat, think about this.
And even if Twitch or
he sat down,
YouTube takes a percentage, the chunk he keeps is still far bigger than what he'd get through a traditional deal. More
homie sat down, thought up a script, wrote the script up. 5,000 word script. Wrote it up. Looked it over. Analyzed it. Went to the fucking Twitch. Downloaded clips. Put it in Final Cut. Put the voiceover on it. Reviewed the video. And posted that shit. Is that not glaze? That's fucking mega glaze. How many views does it have? It has 847 views. This is a small channel. The channel only has 15,000 subscribers. Homie sat down, wrote a whole script, analyzed it. You know, he psychoanalyzed the entire event to a detailed, super granular level to make this video. Is that not glaze? This is one of the fucking foot soldiers, man. You know, and I can't. You guys, look. I gotta put on the glasses for this one. I'm about to turn into Blade in this bitch. You guys might misunderstand what I'm trying to say here. Because you guys might think I'm hating on Kai. But you're wrong. I'm not hating on Kai. I'm hating on the fucking viewers. I have no problem. Kai Cenat. Yes. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? No, but you said that in a way implying that I was not gonna do that. Well, I'm not gonna. I already gave my word. Vince's mic her up. Back to what I was saying, chat. My problem is not with Kai Cenat. I applaud Kai Cenat for doing the Streamer University. I applaud Kai Cenat into tricking all the people to make those applications and share them over the internet and clip farm. I applaud Kai Cenat for gathering all those big content creators together and milking them for content. My problem is not with Kai Cenat. My problem is with the viewers. The viewers that are super duper obsessed and they're like this. Those homies that took to a spit on that thing literally. Those are the people I have problems with. Because you're doing too much, buddy. You're over there working your 9 to 5 at 7-Eleven. Right, while you're at your 9 to 5 at 7-Eleven, you're writing the script behind the counter so that when you come home, you can come home and edit this fucking video and post it. That's crazy. You're out of your goddamn mind. You're out of your goddamn mind. Homie was working his full-time job at 7-Eleven writing this fucking script thinking about Kai Cenat. Oh, my savior, my Lord and Savior Kai. I gotta do my praise to him tonight. I gotta make a video praising what he did, his content. Come on, dude. That's the problem I have. And that's the main reason why I stopped reacting to Kai Cenat that much, and the reason why we don't do the streams, the restreams. It's not because I have a problem with Kai Cenat. I don't have a problem with Kai Cenat. I have a problem with this fucking audience. They're just they're too deep in it, man. They're too invested. They're too invested. They act like Kai Cenat's part of their fucking family. Just because homie calls you the KM fam doesn't mean you're really his family, nigga. You bought into the marketing. Jesus. You bought into the marketing. Donatello, are they not? I know that it's our audience, and sometimes, you know, I'm shitting on my own audience, but at the same time, like, is it not true? They be worshiping, bro. Like, they really bought it. They're the kind of niggas that be working at a 9 to 5, and they say, oh, you're part of the 7-Eleven family. And they're like, oh, yes, I am part of the family. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this business succeed. Like, nigga, you fell for the marketing, bro. KM fam. You're part of the KM fam, right? You're part of the KM fam, right? I go to the Walmart where Kai Cenat buys his groceries and go ask Kai Cenat for some money. Say, yo, Kai, I'm part of the KM fam. I need a donation. I need 100 gifted. And see what he says to you, nigga. He's gonna laugh his ass off at you. Go to Kai and be like, yo, Kai, man, I'm about to go grocery shopping. I need a dono, bro. Drop 1,000 on me. 1,000 on you. He's gonna laugh in your face. You bought into the gimmick, man. Like I said, man, being a good streamer is part being a good con man and part being a good cult leader. And you mix those two things together and you got a good streamer. So I don't got a problem with Kai Cenat. My problem is with the fucking viewers. They be glazing too much. God damn. Get this nigga's dick out your mouth, please, guys. Please. That's the reason why I can't watch this fucking video. The video is literally 12 minutes. Homie literally sat down and wrote a whole goddamn script. Is that not crazy? God damn, chat. So I'm going to end the stream on that note. If you guys enjoyed this stream, I need you to sub up if you're not subbed. If you can do the favor of clipping, please, chat, please. Big shout out to my boy Red Dragonite for making those clips. But more importantly, make sure you share the clips to your social media. Anybody who clips, please share the clip to your social media, kind of like our boy Closer Zone did, where he shared it to his TikTok and he shared his clip to his Instagram. That's the only way we're gonna get more people in here. That's the only way we're gonna grow our channel. And I say our channel because I'm just a person who talks. This is like a fucking band, chat. You're part of the family, chat. You're part of the Scott Leonard family. You're part of the Scott Leonard family. So sub up, share the content, become one of our, enroll today, become one of the fucking soldiers for the Scott Leonard army. I'm such a fucking hypocrite, chat. I literally preached against that, and then I go back and I flipped it on its head and I said the exact same thing.
Got me.
Oh my goodness. Yo, hey, Vin, I need to get some niggas writing essays about me at 7-Eleven, boy. I need to get some niggas writing essays about me and posting videos about Scott Leonard from the 7-Eleven. God damn. Rent's due. Rent's due, buddy. God damn, no, but on a serious note, chat, I'm going to drop the sound on you guys. I'm going to end stream. You know, he said, yo, Scott, can I get 1,000? Bet. Send me your Cash App.
You serious?
Okay, guys, I'm dropping the sound on you guys.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
W's in the chat, guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're probably gonna play a little bit of Minecraft and some Fortnite and just continue the grind, man. So hope everybody. Oh, why am I getting tongue-tied? No, I think my brain. I think I'm literally having a brain aneurysm. Is what I think. I must have had a fucking stroke in my sleep. Because my fucking vocabulary's been fucked lately. What I was gonna say is, everybody stay safe. Enjoy your Saturday night. Tomorrow we're gonna be streaming same times as always. We're probably gonna play a little bit of Fortnite. Fortnite, what the fuck am I talking about? We're gonna play a little bit of Fallout 76 tomorrow and also a little bit of Minecraft. So stay tuned for that. And have a great night. Stay safe, guys. Peace. It's Friday night. Shit. See, I said Saturday night. I'm cooked. My brain is fried. Anyways, catch you guys tomorrow. Cooked. Peace, chat. And thank you guys for joining. I know it was kind of a short. I want to say it's a short stream, but it really wasn't because we streamed like 8 hours before this. Anyways, catch you guys tomorrow.